And as this beat continues from the president, Phil Rucker, his attorneys making false and dangerous statements, the president attacking those two Republican governors in Arizona and Georgia. And this morning, he said that those important Senate runoffs in Georgia could be called off if Governor Kemp followed his advice. This is days after you and your team, Ashley Parker and everyone at the Washington Post, reporting that Trump has, in the last days and weeks, just been ranting inside the White House, telling one of his close advisors and sounding like, according to one of his close advisors, sounding like Mad King George, muttering, "I won, I won, I won." Talk to me about your reporting and what you see going on right now.
That's exactly right, Andrea. The president continues to insist that he won this election and that it was stolen from him. He's largely abdicated the responsibilities of being the president in these weeks as he's focused intensely on his grievances, on the path through these legal challenges led by Rudy Giuliani. And he's been especially angry, according to our reporting, with the governor of Georgia, Brian Kemp, a Republican who actually used to be the Secretary of State there. He has his own history of running elections in that state. He got elected very narrowly in 2018 on Trump's coattails, and Trump has been raging to his advisors in recent days and weeks that he can't believe he had endorsed Brian Kemp, and he's upset with Governor Kemp for not basically using his power as the state's top executive to try to change the outcome of that election. That, of course, is not legal. There's not really a constitutional way for the governor of the state of Georgia to somehow flip the result and announce that Trump has won that state, because he has not won that state. But nonetheless, the president is very upset that the governor hasn't done more to try to sway this in Trump's favor. And the governor, meanwhile, has defended his conduct and oversight of the election, saying that he's following his legal duties. And it'll be very interesting to see later this weekend if the president follows through on his reported plans to go to Georgia for rallies for those two Senate Republicans in the runoff, what this kind of dynamic is going to be like on the ground, and what, if anything, the president is going to say to attack Governor Kemp while he's in the state of Georgia.
And the Republican Secretary of State as well, who the current Governor Kemp's successor is Secretary of State, who are, both endorsing the certification. Christy, also there's New York Times reporting today. Exactly. So the New York Times is now reporting that Rudy Giuliani has at least raised the issue of a preemptive pardon with the president recently. Giuliani fiercely denying it. What do you know about that?
To NBC News, this is what he texted one of our colleagues: "A lie 100%, so get furious at the lying members of your profession. I despise crooked lawyers." Now, let's just take a step back here and put this against the backdrop, Andrea, of the fact that we know that President Trump has discussed potential pardons of his allies. We know that some of his allies have openly discussed that he should consider pardoning himself and should consider pardoning his family members. So we know that those two things are true. And of course, he's issued a pardon most recently of General Flynn. So all of those things are true. At the same time, Rudy Giuliani at this hour defiant, pushing back against the allegations or the reporting that he's directly discussed a preemptive pardon with President Trump of himself and possibly of Rudy Giuliani as well, Andrea.